Hey everyone, it's Two Pretty D's.
Hi.
With Pomsetay Podcast Sussex. Here with a special called Sey Yuh Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, straight up.
Yeah, we've been here watching the Jamaican Observer all day.
All day.
Waiting for
The arrival
the other
of...
brother and his drugged up wife. I'm saying that because, I don't know, the laugh in the face I've seen these past couple days. The horror.
Dancing.
Yes. Now, I haven't been following them. I don't follow them.
No.
I haven't been following or commenting on the...
No, the Derangers actually posted their people.
Yes.
And one just happened to stumble. Yes. I didn't click on any of the links. They put it out there for everybody to see.
Right. And when we responded or said anything, did not use our favorite's name.
I didn't respond. I was just in shock. Okay.
No, I didn't respond.
Okay.
But when I put stuff out there, I didn't put stuff out there in a response. I responded to a Sussex person, a squad person, and I put out, didn't tag Harry Make, didn't tag nobody. You know.
So, how's that trip really going?
Let me just tell you this. Let me just raise awareness to this one man. His name is Jawari Dislandis. He's a representative of the UNIA. He's among some Jamaicans that were protesting this morning that I've been monitoring all morning. And I just want to say that's my attitude. I don't know if you saw him. It's on the Jamaican Observer, but yeah.
Yes, he was.
But how are we doing today?
Yes, well, how's it going?
How's it going?
For the other brother.
The other brother.
Okay. Well, straight up from Good Morning America.
Mm-hmm.
The live, capturing of the up-to-date, Jamaicans don't want the Queen. If Harry was coming, people would react different. Mm-hmm. People would go to meet Harry. But William, nobody wants to see that.
Exactly.
Dancehall star Beenie Man on Prince William and Kate's visit.
Exactly.
He straight up came with the fire. So that is how it's going today. And see, here's the love. This is what they're talking about.
Right.
Harry comes and talks to the people. Right. He meets with everyone. He actually is trying to help and bring awareness and enlightenment to a cause and to the people.
Right. Even before he met Meghan, Harry was
back
hanging out with Usain Bolt. You won't see Wilden down there doing that. No. When they say send Harry, Harry was the one that went. Because you know what? The rest of them don't want to be socializing. They don't want to be touching black people.
Oh, but they want to touch our hair.
Oh, yeah. I saw that, you all.
Yes.
I saw somebody touch a young girl's hair. And the young girl was mixed. But she still touched her hair.
Why are you touching that little girl's hair?
She
and leave those black kids alone.
Yeah.
But, the Sey Yuh Sorry, it was trending. Mm-hmm. The royal family was trending all day. Jamaica winning the day.
And that other person's wife, that brother's wife, was trending. But we didn't even put her trending here. Because that's how much we don't even care.
Right. And we are loving the fact that Jamaica is standing up. Beenie Man being the representative and saying, nobody want to see her.
Right.
Nobody.
He said
William.
He said we don't want to see, because you know what? And they said we don't care. We don't care about the royals and would not and
we have a better appreciation.
Exactly.
From a visit from Harry and Meghan.
Yes. Come visit us. We don't care. We'll be out there to see you, but you know what? We'll still be calling for the things that we want right now. We'd still be mad, but we mad as hell now because this visit
is not only an insult.
It's an insult. With who you sending?
Exactly.
Right.
And then who they decided to represent and come with.
Exactly.
So I didn't even peep that, but happened to catch one of the squad. I mentioned the fact that the local press was not even allowed to interview said other brother.
Right.
And such. And if this is supposed to be a royal visit, everyone should be able to ask questions.
Yeah, no, this is disrespecting our country. This is saying like, we're going to land, just like they did the Belize. Mm-hmm. They're going to land there and they'll secretly go to this little place, a very insulated place where we have little activities for you. You're not going to see the mean locals who saying horrible things about you purchasing their land and
stealing their land from up under them, using the Earthshot Prize as a cover
to steal their land and not exactly.
You mean all that?
Exactly, all that. You're not going to see that, but you're going to be in here doing nice little fun things and try to. It wasn't dancing. What was it?
It was horrible.
It was
whatever
it was a Xanax induced flailing.
Oh, the Xanax. Oh, so it's like taking the smile but exaggerate.
Exactly. It had to be something like that. I don't know. I'm not saying anything, but those locals must have been put something in that coca. It was. I don't know what.
Don't blame them for that. No. Yes.
But it's like, I don't know what's going on.
Yes.
But, and then even their own press was saying, you know what? This is a waste of time. And this was a waste of time and an insult.
Well, it's an insult too. Not only to not speak to any of the Jamaican reporters in the area, but then they have the nerve to come with an all-white crew. But of course, it's KP.
Yes.
So they don't have black people on their staff.
Right. And
Or we don't know because we've never seen their stats.
They had 5 people, and they refused to say whether those 5 people were janitors, whether they were gardeners. We don't know, but they're definitely none of those 5 people that were there, employed at their Kensington Palace. Actually, are people of a higher caliber because they ain't staying there.
Yeah. Well, let me just say this. For all the counter people who are going to come and say, well, Harry, did this in this past, he did that. No, but it's the one thing that Harry always did, learned, understood, and learned and grew from that, right?
Yes.
So he said he was sorry about, his past. And he acknowledged the actual past that his family caused.
Exactly.
So why can't the rest of the crew catch up?
Right. He acknowledged the heinous past, the past that we've been telling you guys about in
That
our
the British,
Yes.
they started slavery.
In all of their houses and how they feel about not just black people, brown people, any people that are not white.
Let me take that back. They didn't start slavery. They started the what is now known as the Mid-Atlantic Middle Passage. That's the whole
Slave
process.
trade.
Yes. But
Because you don't want anybody coming back saying, oh, trying to correct us.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Because they'll come up with all this other stuff. Like, no. Let me rewind. But the one thing we do want to share with everybody today is the must-read letter from all the representatives through the Advocates Network. And it's an open letter to Prince William and the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate. You notice they ain't even put her name on there because we can't even stand that witch. Okay, here it goes. Dear William and Kate, we note with great concern your visit to our country, Jamaica, during a period when we are still in the throes of a global pandemic and bracing for the full impact of another global crisis associated with the Russian-Ukraine war. Now, this is a statement that I thought was very powerful from the jump. Many Jamaicans are unaware of your visit as they struggle to cope with the horrendous fallout of COVID-19 pandemic, exasperated by pre-existing social and economic hardships inherited from our colonial past. Hopefully that took notes, right? But unaware of your visit. Okay. We also note that your visit is part of the celebration to mark the 70th anniversary Platinum Jubilee of the coronation of your grandmother and the 60th anniversary of Jamaica's independence. We see no reason to celebrate 70 years of the ascension of your grandmother to the British throne because of her leadership and that her predecessors have perpetrated the greatest human rights tragedy in the history of humankind.
Yes.
Her ascension to the throne in February 1952 took place 14 years after the 1938 labor uprisings against inhumane working living conditions and the treatment of workers. Painful legacies of plantation slavery, which persist today. During her 70 years on the throne, your grandmother has done nothing to redress and atone for the suffering of our ancestors that took place during her reign and or during the time period of the British attacking Africans, enslavement, indentureship, and colonization.
And people have the nerve to say, she did so much. She traveled around to the Commonwealth.
Yes.
And waved. Go ahead.
In fact, I love how they drop facts. On September 30th, 2015, former Prime Minister David Cameron addressed a joint sitting of both houses of the Jamaican Parliament and told us to move on from this painful legacy. Are they crazy? Merely acknowledging the horrors of slavery and the assertion that the British leadership in the abolition of slavery. Many of us were outraged and demanded an apology through several open letters to former Prime Ministers P.J. Patterson, Sir Hilary Beckles, Vice Chancellor of the University of the West Indies, and University of Technology Jamaican professionals, as well as the newspaper articles, including one by the Dr. Henley Morgan. We still await an apology for the offensive and insensitive statements. We have not forgotten. As Cameron noted, these wounds run very deep.
Yes. And you know who Cameron was?
Yes.
Is?
Yes.
His family were former plantation owners in Jamaica.
Stop playing.
And he collected reparations. You remember the British, the Queen, the royal family wrote saying who would get reparations for loss of
loss of income?
Yeah, loss of income.
Oh, hell no.
Exactly. Loss of income would be the plantation owners. That Cameron was collecting reparations. His
that
family,
whole time.
That whole time. His whole family. So it's, and they say move on.
Yes.
You want to slap a bitch. I'm sorry.
Yes, and that's exactly what that's what that statement said.
Yes.
That's what this next sentence says.
Okay, go ahead.
We therefore will not participate in your Platinum Jubilee celebration.
Yes.
Full stop.
Full stop.
We will, however, celebrate 60 years of freedom from the British colonial domination. We are saddened that more progress has not been made, given the burden of our colonial inheritance. We nonetheless celebrate the many achievements of great Jamaicans who rejected negative colonial self-concepts and who self-confidently succeeded against tremendous odds. We will also remember and celebrate our freedom fighters, including our national heroes who bravely fought against British tyrannical rule and abominable human rights abuses. We welcome you to join us in this celebration.
Yes, and let me just tell you one thing.
Yes.
I'm from Trinidad.
Yes.
My other part of my heritage, we have Antigua and
Barbados. I mean, Barbuda. Yeah.
And I don't know what, but I see a person from the island.
Oh, they're people.
They're my people.
Family. Yeah.
We're family.
Yes.
So when I say we here and I'm mad,
yes,
I'm mad for all of us.
Yes. And we're going to celebrate with all of us.
Right.
Like we did for Barbados. We're going to say you're sorry.
And they didn't.
They didn't. So then the letter continues. You who may one lead the British monarchy are direct beneficiaries of the wealth accumulated by the royal family over centuries, including that stemming from the trafficking and enslavement of Africans. You therefore have the unique opportunity to redefine the relationship between the British monarchy and the people of Jamaica. If you choose to do so, we urge you to start with an apology and recognition of the need for atonement and reparations. There are many reasons why we see this as an important, necessary way forward for you both and the generations to come. We've attached a list of only 60 reasons in commemoration of our 60 years of freedom from British colonization.
Right.
And can I just say, I love not only were they dropping some knowledge and some gems.
Some true browns.
Oh no, they put the actual sources in the letter, and I love
it.
Because they're special and they know they're.
They know people. Would say, oh no.
Oh no, they're lying. They're not. No.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking. Oh, they know.
Exactly. So, in closing to the letter, I love this first sentence here. We urge you to reflect carefully on these 60 reasons why you should apologize and begin a process of reparatory justice.
Excellent.
It is unconscionable that enslavers have been compensated under the Slave Compensation Act of 1837, with some payments converted into 3.5% government annuities, which lasted until 2015.
2015.
You fucking kidding me?
No.
Oh, hell no. Okay. Yet to date, there has been no compensation paid to the descendants of enslaved Africans.
Because a crime was committed. A crime was committed when you stole us from Africa.
Yes.
Right? And you dropped us off on these little islands. That was a crime.
Yes.
And the people who used us as slaves to enrich themselves, they were committing a crime. Who treated those people not as employees?
Nope.
They were property.
Yep.
There were so many people died on your sugarcane plantations or your coffee plantations. So many of us died. And toil in that hot island sun to make you rich, wealthy. And then when they abolish this form of slavery, you are going to say, well, wait a minute, I don't have my income. And your government is going to say, well, we're going to make that government. They want to be free. They're going to pay you. They're going to pay you to be free. Until 2015, you robbed them back then.
And you're still robbing them now. To this day.
Still robbing them up to 2015 was yesterday.
Yes.
That was like, to me, a couple of seconds ago.
Yes.
You know?
In the span of history?
In the span of history. In the span of today?
Yes.
Today to 215? That was not a long time ago.
No.
You know? And you were a grown-ass adult, and you knew about it.
Exactly.
You know? And so the reason you're going to visit your grandmother was going to visit all those countries, and then you made her pay her trip.
You made the people of the island nations pay.
The Commonwealth pay to cover her trip.
Correct.
It's a vacation, technically. It's a trip. It's a
pay for a
vacation.
trip, pay for her security, pay for any other crazy ass shit that she wants to do.
And then gave her 3.5% of the government.
On top of that.
Yeah. The GDP of the island.
Yes. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So we are of the view that an apology for British crimes against humanity, including but not limited to the exploitation of the indigenous people of Jamaica, the transatlantic trafficking of Africans, the enslavement of Africans, the indentureship and colonization, is necessary to begin a process of healing, forgiveness, reconciliation, and compensation. We encourage you to act accordingly and just say yes, sorry. Boldly lead a youthful generation in the hope that is possible to create a future where the philosophy which hold one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned, and where there is no first class and second class citizens of any nation, and where the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes. And finally, where basic human rights are equally guaranteed to all without regard to race. These words were used by Emperor Haile Selassie, thank you, the first in his speech to the United Nations General Assembly on October 4th, 1963, and was made popular by Bob Marley in the song War. As a Rastafarian, Bob Marley embodied advocacy and is recognized globally for the principles of human rights, equality, reparations, and repatriation. Use these words to create a new narrative and reality of peace for your generation and generations to come. With great expectations, the Advocates Network.
Yes. And they're saying this to this man who I pretty much think used a white supremacy sign.
Yes.
You know, nobody, unless you accidentally had glue or gum on your hand, put these two fingers together for no darn reason.
Yes.
You know, these two fingers, they don't naturally go together. Maybe the one where you took, you know, the third finger from the middle, or the middle finger, maybe that one,
but not
automatically reacting on its own, but not the thumb and the, what's this finger?
The thumb and the index finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thumb.
Those two don't actually come together.
Not when you're walking.
Not when you're walking.
No. But, you know, please, if you have a chance, check out the letter. Check out all the advocates who are part of this network, all who signed this letter. There's close to 100 signatures on here, of which I want to highlight and do a shout out to Christopher Malcolm, the Jamaican.
He said, Jamaican without allegiance to the crown. I might have to do that on my name next time I sign my name.
Yes.
You know,
loved it. You
know, so that, you know, let's talk about, you know, that protest that happened this morning. Actually, it went on yesterday. It happened today. And
yes, it's been going on for some time, but they formalized it today. And, you know, they were there from early in the morning.
Waiting, and they did not show up. They planned it. They plan to show up late.
Yes.
And what they're going to do is they're going to come where they said they're coming to celebrate Bob Marley. This is the person celebrating Bob. They're planning to come, and somebody said, oh, they might say something about reparations. We don't, anything that this person says is going to be a jumbled mess of something that his brother,
that he stole from his brother Harry.
Exactly. Or he stole from
Meghan. Yes.
And let me tell you something. It's not just what's in that letter. You know why the Jamaicans are upset? There was a fresh wound. They said it, a fresh wound that was placed upon all people in the African diaspora.
Yes.
We felt it.
Yes. We still feel it.
We still feel it. Every time we see that Commonwealth service.
Yes.
Every time we see those foreheads together, and every time we remember how they ignored.
She said hi. She waved hello.
And you ignored her. She had to say it twice.
Yes.
And I think you might have glanced
and
away.
she actually waved too, because
exactly.
if you're trying to, be quiet in the church.
And all the shenanigans that they pulled
the whole time.
Leading up to, okay, how are they going to walk in? Are they going to walk in behind us? Are they going to sit behind us as senior royals? You know what? They should have been sitting behind you instead of that other Ford Fiesta bitch. That's what should have been happening. Those other uneducated individuals.
Yes.
So I'm just going to leave it like that because you kind of know I'm kind of upset.
Yes.
Okay.
And, to the bloody history that Jamaica stated very clearly in that letter with multiple references, just seeing it on paper, the map.
Right. And the royal media who said, what does the Queen have to do with slavery?
Stop. Okay. No. Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, I told somebody, go back and listen to this podcast.
Exactly. She needs to go check her first Queen Elizabeth first.
Exactly.
And go ask her.
Yeah, go ask her. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure they know the history of their family.
Oh, they do. Why do you think they have pictures or statues of colonizers all across the country?
Exactly.
And then they took that same trend, took it to Canada, took it to the U.S., took it all over the fucking world.
So I posted that picture on our Instagram today.
Yes.
It's a picture of the triangle. They call it the triangle trade. They call it all sort of different things. But what it meant is the Middle Passage, the bloody Middle Passage of stealing people.
Yes.
And taking them to all these different islands. Just imagine how many people died throwing themselves off of ships.
Yep.
In that area.
In that
route. So
anyway, yes. So the people, they came out today. They showed out.
Oh,
and it's really, we are here for Jamaica. We're here for our 60 years of freedom and to continue.
Yeah.
And praise the Almighty God. Let's look at kissing the Queen, but let's be dependent on Biden. Let's look at Europe, the European conflict there, and the whole world mashed down. We should not be mashed down because white folks are mashed down. Let white folks mash down themselves. We black people must get up and fight together to solve our problems and stop depending on white people for the rest of our time on this earth. We black people are the original people on the face of the earth. Every single race came out of the black woman's womb. Why are we sitting here pretending that we need them? They need us. They need our resources. They need our country. They need our Africa. Let us not give it to them like that.
Yes, and that's the
was he preaching? Woo,
yes, that's that Jawari Dislandis that I mentioned earlier was a representative for the UNIA, and this is what one of the things statements that he said this morning that resonated with me. It's like we should not, and he's we should not be waiting on anybody to tell us our future. And that's what Jamaica is doing. They're not waiting on anybody to say, this is when you need to get rid of the Queen. No. They have
it's time.
It's time. They have self-determination.
Yes.
This Commonwealth is not serving us the way it is with the Queen as head. She does not need to be head. We operate as a Commonwealth. We're still part of the Commonwealth, the trading associations, whatever. But we don't need the royal family coming down here waving a flag. We don't need
They're trying to tell us what the fuck we need to do.
these stupid gestures.
Yes.
We don't need a racist, a white supremacist.
A white supremacist coming and trying to do a damn
Yeah, and
charm
I'm saying
offensive.
he's a white supremacist
Because he is.
He
He is
kicked
proven
out
time and
yes,
time.
he harassed Meghan Markle.
Yes.
He harassed
And continues to.
Meghan Markle. And continues to. He used his brother and his brother's wife in a horrendous way. During her pregnancy, he
Yes.
tormented her.
Yeah.
Even after they left the country.
The girl's biological father to also add into the damn.
Yeah, the sperm donor. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that
thank you,
again.
thank you. Sorry.
Use that. And then even after they've left the horrible island, continue to pursue hate.
Yes.
To pursue her.
Yes.
And when she won her case in court
Twice,
then you're gonna volunteer your private men to break a non-disclosure agreement to go to court to provide information to help her lose.
Right.
You know, that white supremacist, that is who went to Jamaica. That is who we are against. That is who they're trying to tell members of the Commonwealth, this person should be your leader. And he will be.
Unless
You get the hell out. And that's what Jamaicans saying. You know what?
Yes.
We don't need, we could decide our own future. We could predetermine our own future. We're getting rid of the Queen as our head of state. She's just a horrible reminder. And do you notice President went to the England
Yes.
to get his MBE or OBE or whatever.
he's one of those paid
Yes.
off, what do you call him?
Yeah. And
not Uncle Tom, but
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And people are like
Not
what the hell?
not all skin folk. Okay, not all skin folk are kinfolk. And yes, at that level, I was shocked that he would go and try to go get that little award, take that little punk ass back and handle what's going on in your country.
Exactly. And don't be trying to collect little medals with, angels
With
stepping
angels stepping on black people, what the fuck?
a black person's neck. Get your foot off of our necks. So that's what white people were upset today. People were upset about
All of that.
The history.
The history, and then physically seeing it happen
Exactly.
in modern time. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
We thought you guys had changed.
Yes.
And they lied to us. They put blindness over us.
Yes.
And that's what we learned from studying the history.
Yes.
They covered all of this stuff up.
Oh, yeah.
And never talked about it. So people being born today, kids being born in the last 5 years.
They don't know.
They don't know.
No, I mean, I saw some of the interviews with some of the kids on Good Morning Britain.
No, I'm not talking about the kids in Jamaica.
I'm
I'm talking about kids in England.
Oh, kids! Well, all the kids.
They
I'm
would be
talking
like-
kids around the globe.
Yeah, it's like, oh, the queen. They don't know what she's done.
Exactly.
Oh, Victoria, they don't know what she's done.
Exactly.
Oh, that statue of that what was his name? The one who led the effort for England for the Middle Passage. Oh, his statue. Reading about him, being proud and shit. You don't know what those people have done because you don't know your history.
Exactly. And they keep it that way.
Exactly. So we just
they continue to hide their crimes.
right. And guess what they did, you all? They didn't land. They landed at the end of the day. After they went through Belize and did all these fake crap.
Yes.
Couple of clothing changes, couple of cosplaying things to make it look like
That
they're
was
having a
cosplay
great
because
time.
that was horrible.
I don't know, but I heard the word on the street is Barbie is upset. I didn't look into that. But anyway.
Okay, that just even sounds crazy, but okay.
Yeah. So, they did all these different things there.
Uh-huh.
And then they had a snorkeling event. I don't know if it was this morning but Jamaica ain't that far.
No.
From
Belize, no.
Belize.
No. Not far.
They could have been there earlier.
They could have been there.
leave here in the morning and I could get to Trinidad and still have time to go to Morocco, Spain, get a fish,
Exactly. It's
get
a
a fishing bait.
shark.
Sure. But I could still have time to do that.
Yes.
But people who may not, people may not understand what fish.
They know. They know.
Excuse me. But
Island people know. Yes.
they come back here
Uh-huh.
and they landed late. So I don't know if they're going to be able, at least I've been offline. So I don't know if they saw the protests and stuff like that. But I'm waiting to hear what he's going to say.
Oh, I'm sure they got information relayed to them, hence why they tried to avoid going in broad daylight. They try to sneak like thieves in the night.
Middle of the night, and they should sneak out. They should just sneak out tonight. That's
Matter of fact, don't even stay. Yeah, get the fuck out.
Yeah, get back on the plane and fly off.
Take the punk ass
Yes. Go home and say, you know what? We're just gonna avoid them because just avoid them.
Well, now he's been pressured into giving a speech. I don't think he planned on giving a speech now.
Yeah.
If he wasn't willing to talk to reporters, he wasn't trying to do no speech.
He's giving a speech at a dinner.
Okay, a dinner for who?
Him and the people who is allowing him to visit. So he could say any crap up in there. Nobody's gonna be able to boo him and throw stuff at him, and that's what we want.
Right.
So that's why I want to. I hope he listens to this and say it would be best if you sneak out. That would make him feel really worse. Yeah, go ahead, just fly right back.
Yeah, just go ahead and get on that private plane that you're spending and all the fuel.
And those people are paying for it. They said they're not paying for it. I
Yes.
hope they're not paying for it. Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know, because when they said they're still paying their security, I'm like, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Harry
most
didn't get
of the
no
cost.
security.
That's the
Megan
highest
didn't get
cost.
no security.
Don't even start with that. Why aren't they getting security? What the fuck?
I don't know. And ask him how many nephews he has. These are the questions I want to ask.
Oh, God.
Ask him, is the color of the skin now acceptable? Ask him, why did he ask about the color of the skin? Because we know it was you.
We know it was him. Mm-hmm.
We know it was him.
Yep, Jar Jar and his little egghead.
Exactly. But yeah, so anyway, did I vent too much?
No.
Okay.
You were keeping it real.
Thank you.
So like
Jamaica says,
say you're sorry.
Please subscribe and join our channel. Thank you.